Shit. Okay. This is gonna be a bit of a harsh review, because I don't really know what else to say about this game. And even though I'm trying to be funnier throughout my content normally, I genuinely don't think I've had a worse experience with a game than this one so far. By the way, my name is Jaden. Welcome to Box of Issues, and this is a dev's perspective. In this show, we're going to decide whether certain games get blessed or burned. But before that, I'm gonna start you off with the first thing that I saw about this game. So I'm going to give you a little snippet from the introduction of the manual. In the age of sparkling metrosexual vampires, and movies in which the former terrors of the night have become magnets for screeching teens in the vein of male underwear models, we decided to recall the origins of the vampire myth in Dark. In the minds of men, vampires used to be superior beings of darkness, deadly beasts capable of snuffing out any life in their way within seconds, using nothing more than their hands and teeth. It is exactly this sense of being such a superior creature that the player should feel when playing Dark. You creep quietly through the darkness, like a hunter on the prowl. Yet, there is always the danger that the hunter becomes the hunted. From armed security forces to the mysterious military elite named M17, there are numerous enemies standing in your way in Dark. In most cases, it will be up to you to decide if you let them live or creep past them in the dark. To do this, you will always fall back on your supernatural vampiric abilities or powers, as opposed to employing any human weaponry which you can leave well alone. In whichever way you choose to play Dark, we hope that you have a lot of fun. Carpe Nocturnum, the makers of Dark. I want to start this off by saying that this game can be really fun when you're doing nearly anything. Unfortunately, that's not a majority of the game. So much of this game is waiting for guards to move, waiting for your health to reset, waiting for characters to get to locations, and waiting for dialogue to finish. I was waiting through this game for so long that the 6 hours I could stand this game for felt like 16. And yes, you heard me right, I sat through this game for 6 hours. But, if you're willing to stick with me through this, you'll see the atrocities that this game has committed. The weird stuff in this game starts with the title options. I wasn't expecting a 3D option, and I get that this is the era of games when movies in 3D was really big, but then I saw that there was an option for Oculus Rift. I didn't even realize Oculus existed when this game was out. Other than that, the options are pretty standard. This game starts off with super edgy and deep exposition from the main character, talking poetically about the club he wakes up just outside of. You then get to walk 3 steps before your controller is taken away from you. Some more exposition, you see an angel, then you walk another 5 steps before, again, more things happen out of your control. This game does that a fair bit. Things that could take place in one long cutscene just take place in a lot of smaller ones that you have to walk to. And before moving on, if you look in the female bathroom, you find a wanted poster in one of the stalls. Nothing that makes me shit faster than staring a wanted man in the face. After getting yelled at by a couple making out in front of the bathroom stalls, you're then treated to a brief cutscene trying its hardest to be super scary, followed by a conversation with the bartender. You're cut off by a woman ordering a drink for you, and being told where another NPC is, so you also have to walk to them. This is also where we realized where Doug Cockle, sorry if I butchered the name, the voice actor for Geralt of Rivia, voiced the main character in this game, which was both a mixture of cool and kinda sad. After meeting Tom, you were then treated to the slowest following of an NPC I've ever seen in my life. This entire place is smaller than half a soccer field. Why does it take a minute and a half to get to the next area? Oh, what's that? Yeah, I'll be right over. Anyway, in this cutscene, You meet the person who ordered you a drink to find out that their name is Rose. She owns this place known as the Sanctuary. You're now a vampire, and if you don't drink your curator's blood, your brain is going to melt in the most efficient way ever.
Every damn thing.
And he's here all alone?
Looks like it.
Hello, I'm still here.
After that, you have to go to another 2 NPCs to ask about things you literally just talked about. And by the way, we're only 15 minutes into this game. It has not only shown a bunch of the issues that we're going to face during our playtime, but it also has shown just how repetitive this game is. Also, I understand that vampires are supposed to be undead, but I didn't think that means they would stare into your soul with every conversation you have. They put so much work into the character models, but apart from the mouth, literally nothing but their upper torso and arms move sometimes. After talking to Tom again, we're then taken to the tutorial, and 2 friendly homeless people ask us if we're okay, quickly followed by them brandishing a gun and one of them getting the big sleep. After being told some more basic stealth mechanics, you are told that throwing a homeless man over your shoulder is quieter than biting them, and after rolling through bullets instead of teleporting for some reason, 2 more people take the big L and the realization sets in that this game is only stealth. It was at this 20-minute marker that I seriously started regretting opening this game and wanted to do literally anything else. But, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Now I know that this next decision may make some people question my choices, but I have some experience with games like this. So I chose easy, knowing that this was either going to be a walk in the park or one of the most insane experiences ever. So after sitting through the most efficient conversation known to man, and another amazing cutscene, we start the first real mission. Also, I'm not sure why there's only one cutscene not presented like a PowerPoint presentation, but we'll move forth regardless. Starting this level off, it feels relatively easy, as most games treat the start of level 1 as an introduction. Everything feels fairly spaced out, slowly paced, gives you a feel for the game, what's to come, but as soon as you get into the museum, this game starts showing its true colors. It took me 12 minutes to get through this first part of the underground section. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot of time, but there are only about 9 of these M17 guards here. And if you don't want to get spotted or shot to death immediately, you need to eliminate nearly all of them. This is also the point where we become very well acquainted with 3 voice lines that these characters love to repeat over and over and over.
We'll hold position. Careful, it could be an ambush. Come on, show yourself!
The AI also starts showing their issues. They either wait and stare at where you are, so that if you move, they will kill you in an instant, or they rush you and kill you anyway. And oh my god. I know that this alert meter or whatever it's called is so that you can't just get away scot-free, but this is supposed to be easy. Why doesn't it move? And these guards can't seem to decide whether they're legally blind, or if they even see your finger, they alert every person in a 5-kilometer radius around you. QA testers? Are you sure? Why is it that neither of them tried this on easy and said, you know, maybe we shouldn't kill people in a matter of seconds. That might cause issues. Immediately after that section, we can see just how easy it is to kill guards if they're alone. And then we watch a guard attempt to murder his friend, and we enter one of the worst parts of this first level. If you thought that before was a little stupid, that was nothing. It took me another 20 minutes of trying to deal with these guards, insane vision ranges and bullshit to figure out how to get past this area. And I just want to say one more time, I am playing on easy. Who thought this was a good idea? I cannot explain to you how annoyed and angry these first 2 missions made me. Even recording for this episode makes me want to implode in anger. The controls are twitchy, the stealth makes no sense at times. You know what would be better than playing this game? Literally anything. After doing this first hour-long play session, I literally had to walk outside to make sure that I wasn't having a stroke. Even writing this made me angry. You know, thinking about this game is like thinking about that one time you spoke to someone you really liked at school, and experiencing that awkward silence afterwards, and just letting it sink in that you just said the stupidest shit ever. No one likes it, it's not funny, and everyone involved just wants to die. But after nearly getting caught and dying again, I finally passed it. Walked down a corridor, killed a guard that's not paying attention, and we finally got introduced to ghouls. Essentially what happens if we can't consume our creator's blood. Also, for all of the glass in this level, for some reason, characters can't seem to see us through it. I would imagine it's because they count as an object to hide behind and don't take into account the material it's made of. We then get to the first boss section. We're introduced to the character Blooming, a man that can't decide if he eats people or turns them into decorations, and he sticks his guards on us.
Ah! You killed him! Ah! You killed him!
Don't you kill people all the time? Why is that shocking to you? Anyway, after running past and punching a bunch of guards, we finally kill Blooming. I'm not sure why, but Eric seems to act as if he didn't just kill 40 guards for no reason, and like killing Blooming is something that's good. I mean, yes, he's a sick man. But don't act like you're a saint here. Because of these levels, you have just as much blood on your hand as he probably does. Ah, yes. That's also how I use a keyboard. After being talked to like I've lost my mum at the shops...
It should have worked, Eric. I know this doesn't help you, but it should have worked.
We're told to talk to Captain Deadeyes again so we can be told we must be some badass, and to learn about our next target, Vlad. Of course, it's Vlad. I get the Sanctuary is supposed to be a hub area, but literally all of this could have been told with a cutscene. All of this walking around and talking about the same thing over and over again is just... Yeah, hi. You the guys that made Dark? Cool. But this fucking level. It took me 45 minutes to beat level 1, or sorry, chapter 1, and after all of the frustration that put me through, but this fucking level. You start in the worst offender of everything we've seen so far. These guards can't decide if they're legally blind or if they have an FOV of 250 degrees. But again, with how quickly they get alarmed to you, what's it like on any difficulty higher than easy? Is there time to react, or do you just die? After another 15 minutes of trial and error, we finally get past these guides and to the front desk. I'd continue complaining about how insane this is, but I think you get the point by now. Kill a man that just wants a soda and all of his friends for having the audacity of existing near me, get to the security room, turn the lights off, have another headache, visions of an angel that can't figure out if everything is fine or if we need to hurry, and after going through some other bullshit and finding an access card, we get to another really dumb section where you're introduced to UV tunnels. Pretty much just a cheap way of stopping us from using paths until we punch an electrical box. Oh, and a trophy room, that's... Oh no. Now that we've seen that, we can finally go to where Vlad actually is. At this point I can't tell if Rose is helping or is just leading us to random areas trying to get us killed, but after another really dumb padded UV section, we're in another elevator when we actually find Count Fuckula. And it's garbage. This area fucking sucks. This Vlad boss fight lasted me nearly 2.5 hours. 2.5 fucking hours. This is the second level on easy. I know that I keep saying that, but oh my god. What can I say here? The amount of times I died to utter bullshit is insane. And look, the first 5 deaths were me getting acquainted to the level. I get it, I can't be amazing the first time, even on easy. But by life 58, that's right, it took me nearly 60 deaths to beat the second level boss on easy. I was understandably pretty well done with this game. After an hour, I ended up resorting to saving as soon as anything good happens, just so I can reload it as soon as something goes wrong. And even then, it took me another 1.5 hours to beat. I had to learn the guards' movements and positions, of which there are roughly 30 in this area, by the way. I tried so many different routes and approaches, killing specific guards, killing all of them, killing none of them, running through it, going as slowly as possible. But you want to know what I found out? Do you want to know how I got through this? Head to the right and kill all 3 ghouls there to destroy that power box. Then, teleport past the ghoul and 2 guards that run over so I can teleport up 1 level to kill a ghoul, and 3 guards patrolling, while making sure you don't get one shot by Vlad, so you can then sneak down the stairs and punch another Sparky box. Then, wait for Vlad to not be looking in your direction, so you can go to the T intersection at the bridge and teleport around the corner so the ghouls and guard don't spot you. Kill another Sparky box, and distract the guard that comes down and has the cycle closest to you so you can kill the other guard, otherwise he can spot you climbing the stairs later. So, you can then go back across the bridge and up the stairs while not being spotted by either Vlad or the ghouls, so you can wait for the cycle where Vlad checks the bridge and teleports next to it so you can teleport over and kill him before any of the guards notice you there, because if not, you will be fired upon immediately by Vlad and the 5 guards patrolling the one area you need to go to get to the boss. And you want to know the best part about that? That's chapter 2 of 6. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I finished chapter 3, but I could not continue after that. Chapter 3 was a cakewalk, but I could not continue subjecting myself to the slow gameplay, the terrible story, and the extremely sensitive AI. Just everything about this game makes me so annoyed. I genuinely don't think I've had such a bad experience with a game since Sonic. And all in all, I would rather sit through every Big the Cat stage again than sit through another 4 minutes of this garbage. So, after all of that, this is getting burned tonight. And I know the developers probably cared a lot about this game when they were making it, but I just cannot at any point in time even tell people to play this game as a joke. So, thank you all for watching. Keep an eye out for more of these in the future. I have something I need to do. I'll be back. Hello?
We lost something for you. Go back.
What? Go back? What do you mean?